What's up, everyone? So we got a few things to talk about today. I'm just going to give you a few updates on a few different things around the rescue. So let's get started. So for starters, you can see the 4400 is looking a little more clear. Well, that's because we got the new line onto this filter on top of the 4400 there. Had to get a whole brand new 1-inch line and stick it to a pump that's in this back corner right there. And now it's able to just mechanically filter this whole 4400. Some of you guys that might follow TikTok or Instagram, you guys know I just gave a little update on this 1,000-gallon, but this log still has not sunk. But it is a cool little feature because my black spotted eel loves to sit up on that shelf. Right now, I'm not sure where he is. He's probably on this left side. Yep, there he is. He loves to sit up there and just perch himself, which is kind of neat, but eventually this log will sink. It was sunk at one point, but it dried out, so it is no longer able to sink. But everyone is looking great in here. Everyone's growing, eating good. That noise. Okay, you see some hungry stingrays. I got about 30 or so worms. It's a whole box for going fishing. Just gonna throw them all in here. See how fast they make of all these worms. Oh, the stingrays absolutely love them. They're gonna go everywhere. Small ones are gonna start coming over and smelling them. If we get lucky, you're gonna see them kind of spit some out their gill. They're gonna try and eat them so fast. It's kind of nuts. I filmed it one time on TikTok and that was it. But the rays are definitely loving their new tank. Yes, some of you guys mentioned the driftwood. I could take it out, but right now I like it. The only thing I would like to do is get these sponges up off of the left side. Oh, the tigrinus just got one. Beautiful cat. The Paraiba is healing up. He's got his front nose almost scabbed over. His fins are starting to grow back. Looking much better. So I got to be more cautious when I move these guys next time, because they will be bigger, meaning they will cause more damage to their fins. Alrighty, so the last 550 is now going. He is here with his U-Haul trailer. This time we only have 3 guys, so we're gonna try and manhandle this into the trailer with just us 3. If that fails, then we're gonna have to get the forklift out. But either way, this tank's going home with him. Alright, she's all in there, loaded up, ready to go to her new home. That means driveway's cleared up just a little bit, and we can start working on the next project. Alright, so the last 2 remaining Oscars in here are going to their new home. Scott's taking them home, giving them to a 400. And then, oh crap, almost fell. The albino that was in this 750, I went ahead and sent home with him as well. So one of you guys gave me a great idea, and that was to move the archers to the Bellagio community tank. So that's exactly what I did. And as you can see, there goes one of the archers. There goes the other 2. They are so colored up in here. They look actually phenomenal in here. I am super impressed with them, and they stay up top, which that's something that this tank was missing. There's a lot of mid swimmers in here, but not a whole lot going on up top. You guys keep asking about updates on this ray here. Well, I am seeing more development of the, basically the womb on a stingray, but it's on each side right there. She is still getting progressively larger and larger, and it's more defined where you can see the pups at. I, however, do not think I see movement. It's kind of hard to say because she moves so much, but you usually on each side, if the babies are moving in there, you'll see a little twitch of, you know, the baby's moving inside of her stomach. We know once he gets to that point, you have about 30 days, so you usually mark your calendar. So there goes a little update on the stingrays while we have it. And my God, that arapaima is getting massive. And just want to appreciate this guy real quick. This is the platinum Arowana. But I brought you over here to talk about something, you know, sometimes equipment fails and it's not always the best of situation. Well, this time we had a GFCI plug fail, and now this tank and some of the quarantine tanks were not getting water. So good thing we caught that, and I was able to reroute some of the power into a separate wall outlet and be able to get the filters back on, and we saved that whole catastrophe right there. We could have came out and the whole rest of the tank could have been gone, and that would not have been a good situation. All right, and an update on our guy over here. You can see that wound on his head is progressively getting smaller and smaller. His skin is coming back, so that is also a bit of good news. Iridescent shark is healing up. Brutus seems to be putting on some more weight. He seems to be going on a big girth growth spurt, and he seems like he's getting longer and longer and longer too. So he's definitely probably over that 6 foot mark, but man, is he a beast. This absolute monster of a fish. So out here, you know, we added in the extra driftwood. I'm gonna get some more driftwood into this pleco tank as well, but these guys are absolutely loving life in this tank. And we got a few projects to get at out here once things calm down just a little bit. Most specifically, my dad's still working on his 265, but we want to do something with those 135s over there as well. And I would like to get going on getting this plumbed in the way that I want to, so this can be on our system, because right now we're having to do water changes on that tank alone. So what I do is basically just run that outside, and then I pump up from the pond and give them some fresh water, which it works out. And you can see the plants are starting to sprout all over the top, starting to look real nice there. Eventually our goal is to get them all the way across all 4 of those tanks. So it's nice to finally be done with those 550s. You guys remember one was sitting here. We replaced it with this 600. Which is now serving a greater purpose. The fish look absolutely awesome in there. The only thing about it is you see a little bit more of the biofilm now. What I mean by biofilm is this white stuff that grows on the inside of the glass that will eventually turn into algae, but that is biofilm. It's not bad, but it is unsightly, so you know, we got to rub that off every couple of days. But the stingrays are loving the additional room. You know, that log isn't really a bother because the tank is pretty wide. You know, they've got a good portion to be able to swim in front and behind. You look at it from this direction, doesn't really look like that much, but it is 4 foot from front to back. And that log is probably maybe 12 inches at its widest part. But this arapaima is putting on some weight too. He's definitely eating good. He's over the 2 foot mark, so he's going to be due for a tank upgrade here soon. Maybe we can go ahead and get Bruiser out of the stingray pond, put him into a cage in the pool, and then we can put this little guy into the stingray pond and go ahead and let him grow out yet again. And that is our 3 arapaimas. You can see his red coloration on his tail is starting to spread up there, and there's these little spots popping in here. So he's starting to get some nice red coloring, even all the way up there. Look at that. So the more that they mature, the more red that they get, and sometimes it has to do with gene quality and bloodline as well. So I've also heard things of, you know, if you keep them outside in a mud pond under sunlight, they're gonna have more red. Well, you know what, we kind of tested that idea with the monster pond, and Brutus has, you know, the sunlight, and he does have a little bit more red to him. But we did have a super red arapaima once, and he had more red than Brutus. That he was only like 2 foot long, maybe 2.5 foot, and he put Brutus to shame. And that is the one that Brutus ended up killing off when we tried putting him in there. I think 30 inches, then we tried again at 3 foot. So there we have it. But everyone is doing great, eating good. So definitely a much needed, much appreciated tank upgrade here. So to bring this all back together, it was kind of a hodgepodge of different clips, different days. I didn't make one explicit video. I just, you know, recorded here and there, the tank going, these updates, them fish going. And that's what you guys got today. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you want to see more crazy adventures with the Ohio Fish Rescue, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And as always, stay fishy, my friends.